Hello everyone, and welcome to All About Health Podcast, episode 13. I'm very excited for this podcast because it's about something that I really love and am passionate about, and that is goal setting and personal growth and learning new things. And so that is what today's podcast is going to be all about. It's going to be all about my December goals. So I know that it's already December 5th when I'm uploading this, but it's never too late to set new goals, and we're only 5 days into the month out of like the 30 or 31. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I don't remember right now how many days are in December, but there's still lots of time to set these goals and start working on them. So if you are somebody who also likes to set goals and you're a little bit late, or if you are somebody who usually doesn't set goals, I just want to remind you that it's never too late to set new ones. And I hope that you find some inspiration from the goals that I have planned and written out. And I'm starting these today as well. Obviously, it's for 5 days into the month, but I've been doing a few of these, but I haven't been doing a lot of them like super consistently. So I'm starting today as well. And I might do an update episode in January to see how I did on all these, really keeping myself accountable with these. But before we get into my goals for the month, I want to talk about my favorite thing that I've watched. First segment of the podcast, and then the second segment is my favorite thing that I've eaten / recipes / food, that type of thing. So my favorite thing that I've watched was actually something that I watched last night, and it's the movie Luca. So I know that this is a kids movie, kind of. It's like an animated Disney Pixar movie, but I've never watched it before, and last night we decided to finally watch it. Sophie's seen it, Daisy's seen it, but I never have, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I think that the scenery was beautiful. I thought that the meaning behind the story was good, and so I really enjoyed Luca. I thought it was fun. I thought it was great. And then my favorite recipe of the week is banana raspberry chia seed pudding that I made. So it's just like basic chia seed pudding. I had like a basic chia seed pudding recipe in my last vlog, what I ate in a week, and so the base was just chia seeds, Quattro vegan protein powder, and some hemp seed milk that I made. And then the topping was banana and a little bit of low sugar raspberry jam. And I know that sounds like kind of basic or simple, but the flavors together were just so good, especially the jam with the chia seed pudding. Like the texture just went really well. And so I really enjoyed that. Now, getting into our actual episode, but before I say that, I want to let you know that I'm starting this new thing where every 10 episodes I'm going to do a Q&A episode. And so the first Q&A episode I ever did for my podcast was the 4th episode. If you want to see that, it's in my playlist for podcast episodes, or you can just go on my YouTube channel and you'll just see it there. But I want to do every 10 episodes as a Q&A. And since this is our 13th episode, that means that the next episode is going to be the Q&A. And so I'm going to start putting up question boxes on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, it's blondiesbaking_. And any questions you might have for me, you can leave in those question boxes that I'm going to be putting up over the next week. And then next week's episode is going to be the Q&A. And you can ask me anything. Okay, so that was a long intro, 4 minutes, wow. But we're gonna get into the episode now. So these are my list of goals for the rest of December, and if I enjoy them, if I want to keep them going, then I'll keep them going for January. But again, I might do an update episode in January to see how I did on these. All right, so the first goal for December is to create 3 ebooks. So if you follow me on Instagram, obviously you know I post many recipes. If you follow me on any platform, you know I'm always posting food content, and I post many recipes and everything like that. And I just love to be able to create ebooks that have those recipes in them so that they're more easily accessible, they're easier to save, to come back to. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can still access them, that type of thing. And so my goal for the month is to create 3 ebooks. I've actually already created one. Go me. It's the protein smoothie recipe ebook. I posted all the details on my Instagram. And if you're interested in purchasing that one, you can check out my Instagram, message me, and I will definitely help you get all the information and everything. It's only $5 Canadian or $3.50 US, and you get 20 protein smoothie recipes. Okay, but for the rest of the month, I'm going to work on making 2 more. So if you are here, you're hearing it here first, that there are 2 more not protein smoothie, just ebooks in general, recipe ebooks coming this month, as long as I stick to this goal. Okay, the next goal for December is to run 50 kilometers. So when we were in Hawaii last time, I was running over 100 kilometers a month. And I want to work myself back up to that, but if you saw one of my most recent vlogs, especially the one where I did my first run back here in Hawaii, I was so out of breath and so tired, and it took a lot out of me, and that's because I'm not used to running in this temperature and the hills and everything. So my goal is just to run 50 kilometers this month. I feel like I can do that. I have lots of days to do that. So that's my goal, 50 kilometers for the month. And then we'll work up to 100 again. And then my next 2 goals are number goals, and I don't think everyone is going to get this, but one of my goals is to hit 16.5 thousand followers on Instagram, and then my 4th goal is to get 300 subscribers on YouTube. And the reason that I make these my goals is because social media is my job, or at least I would love it to be one day. It's kind of getting there, and it's definitely getting there. I have to be proud of myself. It's getting there, and hitting those little milestones is very important to make sure that it's validating that it's my job and that I'm growing in that way and that I'm reaching more people. And also, when you have more of an audience, brands are going to see that, they're going to want to work with you, and you'll end up it's just going to help with growth. And so those are 2 of my social media goals. And what I'm going to do to help hit those is just be consistent, especially with my YouTube, with my Instagram, showing up on stories, responding to comments, interacting with people, interacting with other accounts, and hopefully that will pay off. Okay, number 5, I want to go surfing. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and when we were in Hawaii last year, we always said we'd love to go surfing, but we never ended up doing it. And so this year I just want to do it, and I'm going to say this, and nobody can say anything, but I did book a surfing lesson for Christmas, and on Christmas I'm going to tell my family that I booked us a surfing lesson. They won't watch this, but so that is going to be happening. I am going to be going surfing, so that's really exciting, and I can't wait to get into that more and talk more about the experience and everything. I think it's going to be really fun. Goal number 6 is to read 3 books. When we were in Hawaii last time, I read so many books. I think sometimes I'd be reading 2 a week. I don't know how I was doing that. I was crazy. But I'd love to at least read 3 in the month. So I have my books here. That's why I'm looking over this way if you're watching. So my goals, I am currently reading a book by Dean Philpott. I've talked about it a little bit. I don't remember what it's called, but so far it's been really good. And then the 2 other reads I have for the month, I have Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting and Life Code by Dr. Phil. So hopefully I'll be able to get through all 3 of those because I just love reading. And when I am consistently reading, I just feel so much better. I feel like my brain is smarter and I'm learning new things, and I love when I am into reading so much, and I want to get back to that. Next goal, number 7, is another social media goal, and it is 6,000 followers on TikTok. I think I'm almost there. I think I'm at 56 or 5,700. So again, just being consistent on TikTok, posting lots as much as I can, quality content, and hopefully the followers will follow that. Number 8, I want to make 5 new Kangoo dances, 5 new just choreographed dances for our workouts with our fit boots. And I am I think I've already made 3 or 4 this month, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to hit 5. But that's just something that I like to do. Again, it's another great creative outlet for me, is just making these dances and choreographing. I really enjoy it, and so my goal is to do 5 in December. So if you have any songs you would like some choreography to, you can either message me on Instagram or comment down below, and maybe I'll make your choreography request. Okay, next, number 9, I want to take care of my skin better. So I know I do take care of my skin. Like, I eat very healthy, I drink lots of water, I go out in the sun, I get enough sleep. But I want to be more consistent with my skincare routine, especially with sunscreen. I can tend to forget sunscreen, or just be like, oh, I don't really need it, I'm not in the sun very much, or oh, it's cloudy out. But I know that sunscreen is very important, especially being in Hawaii where it is sunny the majority of the time. And even when the sun isn't out, I know that it's still important to wear sunscreen. So I'm gonna do better at that. I'm saying it now. In a month, check back with me, and I promise I'll have been doing better. But even just doing like my nightly skincare routine and stuff like that, I know that I do it most nights, but I just want to be consistent with doing it every single night. So that's one of my goals. Number 10 is to drink 64 ounces of water daily. So again, I know that I drink lots of water. I just want to be more able to track it and to make sure that I'm actually drinking the 64 ounces of water. I have my Hydro Flask, and usually I'll have 1 or 2 of those. But the thing is, I don't really know. I just drink whenever I'm thirsty, which I know is good, but I want to be more precise with it and really make sure that I'm drinking enough water. So my goal is to drink 2 of my Hydro Flasks every single day. Check that off the list, make sure that I'm doing it. I recently got a straw attachment for my lid on my Hydro Flask, and I feel like I drink so much more water with that, so I feel like it's gonna be a little bit easier, but that is definitely one of my goals, is to drink 64 ounces of water every single day. Okay, number 11 is I want to start stretching more every single day if possible, even if it's just for a few minutes. I find that my muscles can get very tight if I don't stretch, which I usually never do, so that's probably not good. But I'm going to start, especially my hamstrings. My hamstrings get so tight after working out, and I want to help loosen them up a little bit, feel a little bit more flexible and flowy and less tight overall. So my goal is to do just a few minutes of stretching every single day. I could even set a timer on my watch and do 3 minutes and just stretch for that 3 minutes. I think it's just so important, so I'm going to be doing that. Number 12 is a screen time limit. So I actually just set one before this podcast, before I started filming. And I know that my screen time is going to be higher than a lot of people, because being on social media and being on my phone is my job. And so right now I'm filming this video and it's going to be part of my screen time. I know that uploading videos to YouTube or uploading to Instagram or making captions is going to add to my screen time. Even when we're doing our live fitness classes, I use my phone for that, and it's set up for an hour. And so I know that that's going to add to my screen time as well. But I just want to be less scrolling on my phone and being more productive with what I'm doing on social media, less of looking at others, just scrolling on TikTok, because it's so easy to fall into that. So I just want to be more intentional with what I'm doing on social media, and I've already started doing that the last couple of days, and I'm already feeling so much better. So that's just more of my goal, is to stick to my screen time limit I set for myself. Number 13, I want to begin taking all of my supplements every single day and taking the actual right amounts. So I know that I take my supplements every single day. Before I work out, I'll take my creatine, I'll take my pre-workout, and I'll take my hard muscle builder and all that stuff. But I don't know, I'm not the best at taking the full doses of them. For example, for hard muscle builder, you're supposed to take 1 in the morning and then 1 before you work out and 1 after. Usually I forget to take the 1 after, and I'm just taking the 2, which is still better than none, but I just want to make sure that I'm really getting the full doses of everything. Same with my creatine. I want to get better at taking my G Spring, which is melatonin, before I go to bed. but just overall being more consistent with my supplements and taking them every single day, even if I'm working out or not. Obviously not pre-workout, but that type of thing, just be more consistent with it. Number 14, and this kind of goes with the screen time thing, is to do more hobbies that are off of my screen. Again, because my job is on social media and a lot of online things, it can be easy to also have like hobbies on your phone, like whether you're playing games or watching YouTube videos or listening to podcasts and that type of stuff. And I love doing those things. Like, those aren't bad. I just want to find more hobbies that are off of my screen as well. Again, to limit my screen time. So something that we did yesterday is we went to the secondhand stores. We got a bunch of board games and we've been playing those. So like Scattergories, Life, Monopoly, that type of thing. I love my word search books. Obviously the reading also fits into this. Stretching is a great one. I love to swim, so I've been trying doing that more. Just like cleaning and organizing and just finding things that are off my screen that'll still make me feel productive and have fun. So that's number 14. And the last goal of December is to drive more. So I failed my driver's test in the summer. I went to get my full license and I failed it. And so my goal is to just drive more to practice, because I'm planning on, when we go back to British Columbia in the summer, spring, summer, that I'll do my test again. And I will get it this time. I will get it because I am practicing. So I've already been practicing quite a bit. Whenever we go to the gym, I'll drive there. Or like yesterday, I did a lot of driving when we were out in town. So just doing more driving practice, really making sure that I'm paying attention to everything, learning where all the buttons are, because I do not want to fail again. So that is also another goal. So that is the episode. Those are my December goals, 15 different goals. I'd love to know what your goals are for December, if you're somebody who sets goals or not. If you don't, that's totally okay. Thank you for watching or listening to this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it and got some inspiration maybe. I will see you in the next episode, which again is going to be the Q&A. So make sure to check out my Instagram over the next week, because I'm going to be putting up the question boxes. If you have any questions for me, you can put them there. You can direct message me on Instagram, or you can even comment them down below, honestly. So I will see you in the next episode. Have an amazing day. Bye.